Hello there. Hope your family and friends are well. So I was contacted a couple of days ago and somebody asked me could I create another Steve Vai patch. Although I've kind of got a patch video that was created on the Headrush pedal board a while ago, I thought maybe I'll look at something new. And he wanted something new. So the chap's called Jacko. He sent me a message from my website, my contact form on the website, and he kind of said, well, you know, can he create something that's a bit more modern? Well, I haven't a clue. To be honest, I don't really follow Steve Vai. Well, I do have a few of his albums, and I do have the Daily Rough stuff and the Alcatraz album, and about 3 of Steve's albums. I thought, okay, so I watched some of the Carvin Legacy stuff and some of the interviews he's done, and it sounds incredible. It really does sound fantastic. And the way I look at Steve is I don't think he's a guitar. It doesn't sound like he's playing the guitar. I think he comes across to me as a saxophone player or someone that plays another instrument rather than the guitar. And he's just so fluid, and his playing's phenomenal. His rhythm playing is fantastic as well, which is really important. So I came out with this. So you've heard 4 examples. The last example, I really apologise if you're Steve Vai fans. I'm no shredder. I'm definitely no shredder. But I do like the audio examples I've created. So I thought you'd give you a variety. I've always liked the Yankee Rose intro. No way could I do that on a tremolo or in a wah at the same time. So I've replicated that and come up with something very close to how it sounded without using those. Second one is Liberty, where you've got the harmonization, which sounds quite nice. Third one is just rhythm guitar, which is taken from that album with Devon Townsend and Steve Vai, and it's called In My Dreams With You. I think that's what the song's called. The rhythm sounds really nice. It's a fantastic album, so check that out if you haven't got it. And the fourth one is I Apologise, I'm No Shredder. Just a lead thing, and so I apologise for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the effects. 2 scenes, one called Rhythm, one called Lead. Got 2 effects on there, Smart Harmony and the Tron filter. So we'll go across the effects and we'll do the scenes and then we're done. So the first effect we've got on there is a noise filter, because it's a bit of a noisy fella. So I'll pop that on. First effect is a Tron filter, which actually sounds it does sound good, to be honest. It's a bit of a fight to use this effect to get it right, not to be overpowering as such, and it seems to work really well for this sort of Yankee Rose, wah wah and tremolo effect, and it worked really well. So they're the settings I've used for this effect. Grey compression, which works a treat for this. I mean, all the compressions work really well. DC distortion, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Amp head. Now this, I wasn't really sure about this one, because I just went with the Marshall, because I think he did use Marshalls at some point back in the 80s, and then obviously got signed to Carvin, and he's been with them ever since. And so I thought I'd try and keep it as authentic as possible. As you see, there's nothing much different on the default settings, to be honest. So that's been popped in. Smart Harmony, which is the default setting, and they're the settings I've used for this effect. I like Steve's sound because he has very sort of synthy effects, and I'm very much into the guitar synth stuff, as you know, and that's one of the reasons why I was quite happy to do another one, to be honest. Stereo doubler. I'm not sure if you could probably get away without this being in, to be honest, but I popped it in anyway. It just seems to widen the sound out, and it sounds really nice. Multi-chorus, which, yeah, why not? Yeah, again, sounds okay actually. It sounds quite nice. It's one of the original effects that came with the Headrush back out in 2018. Flanger. Oops. Yeah, the settings I've used for the flanger. Dynamic delay. The settings I've used for the dynamic delay. There we go. Yeah, reverb. And there's our impulse response. we'll do is we'll look at the scenes. The first one is rhythm, and our next one is lead. So when I was playing live, what I generally do is I'm building set lists, and I'm putting songs in the set lists, and I'm creating patches. Generally, what I do is I break the songs down. So what you'd see I've got a scene there for rhythm and one for lead, and then what I would do is generally, if it's a song that it's a bit bigger than what you would normally play in as a pop song, to be honest. So I'd have intro, and I'd have chorus, and I'd have verse, and so on and so on. I'll break it down. That's if the song used different effects. Generally, if it doesn't, I would just have rhythm and lead, and I'll just stick to that. But you can do a lot of stuff with the Headrush units if you wanted to play live. It gives you that much flexibility by creating set lists. And you do have a song view. And the song view on this on the Prime isn't great. I'll admit it isn't great. The Headrush pedal board, the MX5 and gig board might still have that additional setting. When you go to song view, you go into your settings, you click on song view, it's got that where it's like scribbled on a page, which I thought was brilliant. What we've got on this isn't great, so I'm hoping with the next update we get from Headrush, hopefully soon, because apparently there's quite a few bugs with this system at the moment. They'll give us a little more functionality. I haven't come across many faults myself, but I do have a fault with some of the rig spillovers, and that's starting to become a little bit noticeable now when it comes to the heavy stuff. But with this patch, there's no faults at all with this. So and I think this patch, looking at the effects, going off the top of my head, this possibly will be able to play on the other existing Headrush units. So should check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Might be able to play on the other units. I think the other units go up to 11 when it comes to the blocks. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'll have to check, but I think we've got a lot more on the Prime. It gives you a lot more flexibility. This could play in the existing units as well. So, you know, once this goes up my website, they'll be able to download, and it'll be free. So I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, to be honest. It's probably going to be next week. So I'm going to look at the output and the input, and then we're good to go. So I'll look at the output first. I've got nothing plugged in, to be honest, so it's nothing going to be jumping out next, giving me a bit more excitement. And the input. So I'll create some more shortly. I'm going to finish off, I've just finished off a synth patch, but also I'm doing a patch video for someone. I want to have a release next week if I can. So if you like what I'm doing, click on the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, pop over to my website. There's a little bit more about me, and I'm a huge guitar synth fan, so most of my effects that I've been doing here on the Prime are just mostly ambient guitar stuff and guitar synth related, because I'm a massive fan of that. Although I do like doing these patches as well, so if you're interested in see if I can have a crack at another patch, I'm quite happy to do something, but might be a little while before I do something like that, but I'm quite happy. I've done this because somebody asked me to do it, and I don't have a problem doing that for someone, and he's just got a Prime, so I thought, you know what, why not? So again, thanks for watching. Hope you and your family and friends have a remainder of a fantastic weekend, and I'll create some more stuff soon, so bye bye for now.